everyone, welcome to 90 Plus, my tuition app. So very warm welcome to all. Okay, very good evening. Yes. Okay, so how are you all? Yes, hi ma'am, hi. Okay, Prajita, Reina, Shibon. Okay, very hi. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the class. Yes. Okay, so are you all ready? Yes or no? Are you all ready for today's class? Yes, hi Miss, hi Mahima, hi. Okay, welcome everyone. So today we are going to discuss about chapter number 9, which is friction. Got it? Okay, so this chapter is very simple chapter. Okay, very simple, and for me it is one of my favorite chapters too. Got it? Yes. So we have actually discussed this chapter in detail, okay, in our daily classes. So if you want to join our classes, you can contact this number. Okay, yes, fine. And we have discussed this chapter in 4 to 5 classes. We have seen many animations. We have explained each topic. So today we are going to discuss some questions which is related to this chapter. Fine? Yes or no? Yes, fine. So are you all ready? Yes. Okay, so here comes the... Okay, so before that, what is friction? So that is my first question. So today we are going to discuss about friction. So what is friction? What is friction? Tell me in the comment box, what is friction? So we'll see one animation. Okay, we'll see one animation and okay, yes. So sir will show you one animation. So we'll see what is friction. Got it? Yes. Yeah, look here. Someone is cycling, sir. Okay, someone is cycling. Okay, we all love to cycle. Yes or no? Yes, so cycling is a very good exercise. So cycling is happening. And after some time, look here, he is actually pedaling. Sir, play, yeah? Okay, so he is pedaling the cycle and after some time, he stopped pedaling. He cycle and stop pedaling. So what will eventually happen? Normally in the yes, after when you stop pedaling, obviously your cycle will stop. Yes or no? Stop. Fine. So my question is, what is the reason for that stopping of the cycle? That is my question. So obviously there is an opposing force which is happening, which is in the opposite direction of the motion. Okay, you know that cycle is moving in this direction. And then opposing force. Okay, that means an opposing force is there in order to resist the direction of motion. So that force is frictional force. Okay, that's friction. Yes, that is the answer. That is friction. Okay, yes. So we'll see one more animation. So here in this example, you can see that the frictional force is acting opposite to the direction of motion of the cycle. Yes. So we'll see one more animation. Yes, in order to explain friction, in a good way. Okay, yes, look here, a girl is having a ball in her hands. Okay, she's throwing the ball. And look here, after some time, the ball stopped. Yes? And then, yeah, it stopped. Yes. So my question is, what is the reason? What is the reason? Yes, there is also a force of friction here, which is acting in the opposite direction. Okay, so ball is going in this direction and in the opposite direction, there is a force and we call that opposing force as force of friction. Okay, I hope you got the, the concept of frictional force. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, so Shibimon, cracking little more. Oh my god. Okay, everyone is answering. Yes, so this force is known as friction. Okay, so you should be knowing what is friction. So friction is nothing but a force which is opposing the motion of an object over a surface. Okay, and this force of friction is acting between two objects. Okay, രണ്ട് സർഫസുകളുടെ ഇടയ്ക്ക് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ രണ്ട് ഒബ്ജക്റ്റുകളുടെ ഇടയ്ക്ക് ഉണ്ടാവുന്ന ഒരു ഫ്രിക്ഷൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫോഴ്സ് ആണ് ഫ്രിക്ഷണൽ ഫോഴ്സ്. So I have actually shown you a figure here. Look here. Okay, yes. So there is an object here. You can see an object here. So when we actually push, that means you are applying a force. Okay, we know that it moves. Our body ingane move cheyidondirikana. So in the opposite direction, there is frictional force acting in the opposite direction. And where is that frictional force, guys? Where is that frictional force? It is acting between the object and the surface. Ee object inum surface inum edakku in the mid portion allengil the between portion la irikkum your frictional force is acting. Got it? Yes, understood everyone? Understood? Okay, so the main question is what is friction and where is it acting? Fine, I hope you got the answer for this question. So here comes the next question. What are the different types of friction? Yes. Okay, obviously there will be many types of friction. Okay, so my question is what are the different types of friction? Okay, so tell me how many types of friction are there? Etra type of friction കാണും? Whether it is 1, whether it is 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, എത്ര ആയിരിക്കും? Normally different types of friction ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ you need to know how many types are there and which all are they. Okay, so yes, there will be 3 types of friction. Okay, yes, Shibumon, that is the answer. There will be 3 types of friction, and what are the names of it? Yes, what are the names of it? Kraken, yes, that is right. Yes, there is static friction, there is sliding friction, there is rolling friction. Got it? Okay, so there are 3 types of friction, which is static friction, sliding friction and rolling friction. It's very, very important, and you need to know what is that. Okay, concept arnirikkanam. So we'll discuss the first friction, which is static friction. Look here, there is a road, a car is parked. Park cheyidekkuna car aanu. Here you can see that a car is at rest. Static aanu, ennu vecha onnum cheyyunnilla. It is at rest. Okay, so we can see that there is friction there because there involves 2 surfaces. Two surfaces involved in your tire and the road, ground. Appo obviously there is friction. Okay, appo look here, when the object is at rest, there is a friction acting there. Simple terms il angane namukku parayam, friction is acting there between the object and the surface, and we call that friction as static friction. Okay, got it? Static friction, there is no movement, the object is at rest. So our time il undavuna friction aanu nammal static friction ennu parayunnathu. Okay, so static friction is defined as the frictional force that acts between the surfaces when they are at rest with respect to each other. So respect to each other il for example rest il irikkanengil aa samayathu undavuna friction namukku endu vilikam static friction. Okay, so this is the first type of friction, which is static friction. Anganeyangil when the object is moving, obviously avadeyum friction undu ano. Okay, so when the object is at motion, there also there can be friction. So here comes the second type of friction, which is sliding friction. Okay, look here, a girl is sliding over a surface. Slide cheyuna samayathu obviously there will be friction. Okay, friction undavum between her body and the slider. Slider inde aa surface aa body tamil, and obviously there will be a friction acting there, and we call that friction as sliding friction. Slide cheyuna samayathu there is a friction which is known as sliding friction. So here come the definition. Sliding friction is the friction which is exerted when an object slides over a surface. Got it? Yes. So anganeyangil here comes the third friction, which is rolling friction. Look here, ball is rolling over a ground. Okay, it is rolling. So there will also be a friction here, and we call that friction as rolling friction. Terms coin cheyan eluppaanu, endha cheyunne adanusarichu peritta madi. Okay, so static, sliding and rolling. Got it? I hope you understood these 3 frictions. Got it? Yes. So anganeyangil here comes the next question. 4 children were asked to arrange forces due to rolling, static and sliding frictions in a decreasing order. Okay, yes. So now we have studied about 3 types of friction: static, rolling, sliding. My question is, ee kuttikalodu choichekkunna question aanu, ee 3 frictions in a decreasing order la arrange cheya. Okay, arrange these frictions in decreasing order. That means your first friction should be the greatest and the last friction should be the least. It will be having the least value of friction. So what will be the option? Option A, rolling, static, sliding. Option B, rolling, sliding, static. Option C, static, sliding, rolling. Option D, sliding, static, rolling. What are these 3 types of frictions? So what will be the answer? Yes, that is the right answer. Shibumon, yes. Prajida, it will be option C. Okay, it will be option C, static, sliding, rolling. Okay, so what can you understand? Static friction has got the highest value of friction. Okay, sliding, it is in the midway, and the rolling friction is having the least value of friction. Okay, idu thirichum choikam. In the increasing order ചോദിക്കാം, ഇവിടെ എന്താ ചോദിച്ചേക്കുന്നത് decreasing order. Okay, so it's very important. Static is the highest friction force, sliding in the midway, and rolling has got the least value of friction. Yes. Now here comes the fourth question. What are the causes of friction? That is the thing. Okay, so till now we have studied what is friction, what are the types of friction. Okay, where are this, where will be the friction acting? So here comes the fourth question. What are the causes of friction? Yeah, what are the causes of friction? Yes, obviously you know that when there is friction, there is an involvement of two surfaces. രണ്ട് surfaces involve ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ആണോ? Yes or no? Okay, so obviously അവിടെ എന്തോ ഒരു പ്രശ്നം കാരണമാണ് friction ഉണ്ടാകുന്നത്. Okay, yes or no? Yes. For example, ഒരു ബോൾ ഒരു ഗ്രൗണ്ടിൽ കൂടെ റോൾ ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് obviously there will be two objects involved, minimum two surfaces involved. Okay, ഒബ്ജക്റ്റിന്റെ സർഫസും ഗ്രൗണ്ടിന്റെ സർഫസും എന്താണ് ഈ രണ്ട് ഒബ്ജക്റ്റിന്റെ സർഫസസ് തമ്മിൽ obviously there is an ഒരു involvement is there. Got it? Yes. So അവിടെ എന്തോ ഒരു പ്രശ്നമാണ്. What is that issue? Yes, that is right. Interlocking of irregularities. That is the answer. Okay, നമ്മുടെ സർഫസസ് എല്ലാം വളരെ അടിപൊളിയൊന്നും അല്ല. It can be smooth, it can be rough also. So obviously രണ്ട് rough surfaces അല്ലെ രണ്ട് smooth surfaces അല്ലെങ്കിൽ in general if two surfaces are there, നമ്മുടെ naked eye-ക്ക് ചിലപ്പോൾ കാണാൻ പറ്റില്ല if there are irregularities or not. Okay, there can be irregularities. So these two irregularities, രണ്ട് surfacesന്റെയും irregularities തമ്മിൽ interlock ആവാം, ലോക്ക് ചെയ്തിരിക്കാം. So അവിടെ ഒരു frictional force വരാം, അല്ലെ രണ്ടുപേരോട് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒട്ടിയിരിക്കാം. Okay, yes. So those are the causes of friction. Okay, so friction is caused due to the interlocking of the irregularities between the two surfaces in contact. So I have actually shown you a figure here. Look here. There is a table. Okay, a table മേലുണ്ട്. There is a book. Okay, yes. So obviously when two surfaces are in contact, അവിടെ obviously there is friction there. അവിടെ ഒരു friction എന്തായാലും ഉണ്ടാവും. ആണോ? Yes, there is friction. So അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ ആ ബുക്കിന്റെ സർഫസും ടേബിളിന്റെ സർഫസും തമ്മിലുള്ള ഇറഗുലാരിറ്റീസ് തമ്മിൽ ഇന്റർലോക്ക് ചെയ്യാം. Okay, so that can be a cause of friction. So it's very important, very important, the causes of friction. Yes. So I hope you understood this. Understood this concept. Here comes the fifth question. Seema has to push a lighter box and a similar heavier box on the same floor. On which box should she need to apply a larger force and why? Okay, we'll see an animation. Yes. So Seema, a girl, a character is there. She is asked to push a lighter box and a heavier box. So we'll see the first one. Okay, Seema here is actually, Seema is actually pushing a lighter box. A box, or a normal box, nothing is there inside. So obviously it is lighter. Okay, yes. So she is pushing something. And the next case, Seema is actually, so next one, yes. Seema is actually pushing a heavier box. Okay, yeah, look here, Seema is there, okay. How good Seema is there. Look here, she is having a box which is full of books. Yes, obviously it will be heavier. Yeah, that is the thing. Okay, so my question is, Seema has to push lighter and heavier box. So on which box should she apply a larger force? കൂടുതൽ ഫോഴ്സ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത് എവിടെ ആയിരിക്കണം? Whether it's on a lighter box or whether it's on a heavier box. Yes, that is the thing. Obviously, she should apply more force, okay, on the heavier box. Okay, she should apply a larger force on the heavier box. Endonda? What is the reason? In terms of friction, tell me, what is the reason for that? Okay, because you know that friction depends on the how hard you press the objects on the ground അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സർഫസസ് തമ്മിൽ എത്രമാത്രം ഹാർഡായിട്ടാണ് ഇരിക്കുന്നതും കൂടെ നോക്കിയിട്ടാണ് അവിടെ നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ ഫോഴ്സ് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് തീരുമാനിക്കുന്നത് അല്ലേ? യെസ്. സോ വെൻ ദർ ഇസ് മോർ വെയിറ്റ് there will be more friction. When there is less weight, there will be less friction. Yes? Okay. Yes, that is the thing. The force of friction is increased when the two surfaces are pressed harder. Okay. ഒരു ബോക്സും ആ ഗ്രൗണ്ടും തമ്മിൽ heavy ആയിട്ട് ഇരുന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ there is more weight on the ground. So obviously force of friction will be high. So we need to apply more force. Got it? So Seema has to apply more pressure on the floor. Okay, will apply, okay, the heavier box, she should apply more force on the heavier box. Got it? Yes, so that is the answer. The reason is that force of friction is depending on how much the two surfaces are pressed harder. Ano? Yes or no? Yes, I hope you understood the concept. It's very important. Very, very, very important. Yes. So here comes the next question. Yes, fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks is there. The first part, friction opposes the dash between the surfaces in contact with each other. Friction എന്തിനെയാണ് oppose ചെയ്യുന്നത്? That is the question. Okay, friction എന്തിനെയാണ് oppose ചെയ്യുന്നത്? Friction opposes the dash between the surfaces in contact with each other. Okay, yes, so in the first question itself we have discussed that friction is an opposing force. എന്തിനെ oppose ചെയ്യുന്നു? Yes, they will be opposing the motion of an object. Yes, that is the answer. Okay, motion aanu oppose cheyyunnathu. Okay, we have seen that cycle is there. Okay, so adine oppose cheyyunna oru force aanu. Cycle na motion e oppose cheyyunna oru force aanu. So it is opposing the motion. Okay, yes. Now the next part, friction depends on the dash of the surfaces. Friction surfaces in endine depend cheyunu. Friction depends on the dash of the surfaces. Okay, yes. So friction depends on the nature. Yes, we have discussed that there can be smooth surface, there can be rough surface, though, so they will be depending on the nature of the surfaces. Okay, so we know that when there is a smooth surface, okay, when there is smooth surface, the friction will be friction will be low value. Friction will be having low value. Okay, and if the surface is a rough surface, the friction will be high. Okay, friction will be high. Okay, so we can say that it will depend on the nature. Nature അനുസരിച്ച് തീരുമാനിക്കുന്ന എത്ര friction വേണം. Okay, yes. Now here comes the C part. Friction produces dash. Friction produces dash. Friction produce എന്ത് produce ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും friction? Okay, for example, when you rub two palms of your hands, നിങ്ങളുടെ palms തമ്മിൽ ഒന്ന് rub ചെയ്തേ കുറച്ചു നേരം ഒന്ന് rub ചെയ്തേ. Okay, obviously there is friction there. So what happens? Yes, heat will be produced. കുറച്ചു നേരം കഴിയുമ്പോൾ you can feel that heat. Yes or no? Yes. So friction produces heat. Friction produces heat. Yes. Now, sprinkling of powder on the carom board dash friction. Okay, when you play carom board, initially you will be applying or sprinkling some powder on the carom board. Okay, what is the reason for that? Yes, okay, നമ്മുടെ എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം, സ്പീഡിൽ മൂവ് ചെയ്യണം എന്നുള്ളൊരു സാധനമായിരിക്കും അല്ലേ, ആണോ? യെസ്. സോ ഫോർ ദാറ്റ് യു നീഡ് ടു റെഡ്യൂസ് ഫ്രിക്ഷൻ കുറച്ചാലേ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം, ഫാസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ നടക്കുള്ളൂ. സോ ഒബ്വിയസ്ലി what is the reason for sprinkling powder on the carom board? Yes, you need to reduce friction. Yes. Now the last question, sliding friction is dash than the static friction. Okay, we have discussed this earlier. Okay, static friction ആണ് ഏറ്റവും high. അപ്പോൾ sliding friction വന്നാൽ എന്ത് പറയാം? Yes. What can you say? Sliding friction is less compared to static friction. Got it? Okay, so these are the 5 answers. I hope you understood. Yes, Shibumon, Rajesh, Srinath, Shibaya, ningal parannokka sheriyana. That is the answer. I hope you got the concepts of friction. Okay, so here comes the next question. Suppose your writing desk is tilted a little. A book is kept on it, starts sliding down. Show the direction of the frictional force acting on it. Yes. Okay, so it is very simple. Someone is writing something. Okay, you are using your writing desk. For example, you are studying in your home and your brother is coming. Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay, Nirta. Okay, look here. A girl is writing or reading or studying something. Okay, you are studying and your brother someone is coming and tilting. A table on the ചെറുതായിട്ട് tilt ചെയ്തു കൊടുക്കുകയാണ്. So what happens, Nirta? What happens obviously? What happens? Yes, your book will go down. Okay, a table ചരിഞ്ഞിരിക്കും. ആണോ? Okay, yes. Now the question was, what will be the direction of friction? Okay, we have seen that friction is an opposing force. Okay, it will be opposing the motion of an object. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ motion ഇങ്ങോട്ടാണെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ opposite ആയിട്ടായിരിക്കും friction. Okay, so this is how you will show frictional force in this case. Got it? Okay, so motion is in this direction, so in the opposite direction there will be frictional force. Okay, എപ്പോഴും അതിന്റെ opposite ആയിട്ടായിരിക്കും frictional force act ചെയ്യുന്നത്. So I hope you got the concept of the direction of frictional force. Got it? Yes, sir. So the question, I hope you understood the answer. Yes. So now here comes, so this is the answer. When a book slides down on the desk, a frictional force will be acting there and the direction of the frictional force on the book is opposite to the direction of its motion, and it will be acting in the upward direction. Okay, yes, so idana nammal ippam animation use cheyidu kandathu. Okay, so our classes are based on animations. So ningal daily classes കാണുമ്പോൾ obviously നമ്മൾ ഇതെല്ലാം ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്തതാണ്. Okay, so questions ഒക്കെ നമ്മൾ ഇതുപോലെ കാണുമ്പോൾ okay, when you see through animations it will be etched in your heart. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അത് വളരെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് നിങ്ങളുടെ മനസ്സിൽ കയറും. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ സിനിമ കഥ പോലൊക്കെ എഴുതി വെക്കാം. Okay, കാണാതൊന്നും പഠിക്കേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല. You will understand with through animations. Got it? Yes, fine. So I hope you understood the concept of direction of frictional force here. So here comes the next question. Yes, you spill a bucket of soapy water on the marble floor accidentally. Yes, would it make it easier or more difficult for you to walk on the floor and why? Yes, very simple. You have a bucket of soapy water. കുറച്ച് നടന്നു പോയിക്കൊണ്ടപ്പോൾ ആ ബക്കറ്റ് അങ്ങ് പറഞ്ഞു. So the soapy water is on the floor now. Marble ഫ്ലോറിൽ കിടപ്പുണ്ട്. Okay, so question ഇത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. Is it easier for you to walk on the soapy floor? Obviously you know that. Soapy ഫ്ലോറിന്റെ മേളിൽ കൂടെ കുറച്ച് നടക്കാൻ നോക്കിയാൽ നടക്കാനൊന്നും ഇരിക്കില്ല, നടക്കാനൊന്നും പറ്റില്ല. Obviously it is difficult for you. ആണോ? Obviously it is difficult. So what is the reason for that? What is the reason for that? Yes. Okay, soapy water എന്താ ചെയ്തേ actually? What did they do now? എന്താ ശരിക്കും ചെയ്തേ? It actually made the floor smooth ആക്കി കൊടുത്തു. ഒന്നാതെ സ്മൂത്ത് because it's a marble floor. And now the soapy water is there on the floor, so it made more smooth. Got it? So you know that when smoothness increases, when a smoothness of a surface increases, there will be less friction. Friction avada korayum. Ano? So when there is less friction, you will be difficult for you to walk. Okay, you need friction to walk. Basically നമുക്ക് നടക്കാനും ഓടാനും ഒക്കെ എന്ത് വേണം? ഫ്രിക്ഷൻ വേണം. ആണോ? Okay, സ്മൂത്ത് ആയിക്കൊണ്ടിരുന്നാൽ it will be very difficult for you to walk because there is less friction there. Okay, so that is the answer. The force of friction decreases between the ground and the feet when there is soapy water which is split on the floor. Hence it becomes difficult to walk on the soapy floor. So very important, friction അവിടെ കുറഞ്ഞു എന്നുള്ള കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് വളരെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്. Okay, so that is the concept here. It's very important. The force of friction decreases. So that is why it is very difficult for you to walk on the soapy floor. Okay, I hope you got the concept. Okay, smooth ayidonde enda friction is reducing. Okay, so it is very difficult for you to walk. That is the answer. Fine. So here comes the 9th question. Explain why sportsmen use shoes with spikes. Okay, when you actually closely observe a sportsman, okay, athletes anganullarokku use you can see that yes, that is the thing, they use shoes. Obviously aa shoes nokiya manasilavum adinte adiyilonnu angane smooth onnu aayirikkilla, there will be spikes there. Spiked shoes aayirikkum ano? Yes. So my question is, why are they using spikes on shoes? That is the thing. Shibuman ശരിയാണ്. എന്താണ് ഇത്? വളരെ സിമ്പിൾ ആണ്. ഗ്രിപ്പ് കിട്ടണം. ആണോ? ഓടുന്നതിനിടയ്ക്ക് തെന്നി വീണ്ടും വല്ല കാര്യമുണ്ടോ? ഇല്ല. സ്മൂത്ത് ആയിട്ട് ഗുണമില്ല, ഇച്ചിരി റഫ് ആക്കണം, എന്നാലേ യു ഫീൽ ദ ഗ്രിപ്പ്, ഓർ എൽസ് യു വിൽ skid. Yes or no? Yes. So you need grip. That means you are increasing friction there. Okay, you are increasing friction. So ingane spikes ഉം കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ you are making the surface more rough. Roughness കൂടിയാൽ friction കൂടും. Okay, then you will get more grip. So that is the answer. Sportsmen use shoes with spikes because of the better grip which is given by the spikes while running. It's because the force of friction between the shoes and the ground increases, okay, with the help of spikes. That means you are making more rough there. Okay, so കൂടുതൽ rough ആയാൽ you are increasing friction. So when you are increasing friction, you will get better grip for running. So that is why sportsmen use shoes with spikes. I hope you got the concept there. Okay, so what can you understand from here? Friction depends on the nature of the surfaces in contact. Okay, nature ne depend. Okay, so if it is rough, more friction. If it is smooth, less friction. Yes, fine. So here comes the next. Okay, so I'm going to give you some situations. Okay, I'm going to give you some situations. So you should tell me, അത് beneficial ആണോ അതോ നോൺ ബെനിഫിഷ്യൽ ആണോ, അവിടുത്തെ ഫ്രിക്ഷൻ കാരണമാണോ കാര്യങ്ങൾ നടക്കുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, സോ അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ ജസ്റ്റ് ടെൽ മീ ദ സിറ്റുവേഷൻ വേർ ഫ്രിക്ഷൻ ഇസ് ബെനിഫിഷ്യൽ and where friction is non-beneficial. Okay, here comes the first situation. Striking a matchstick on the side of a matchbox. Okay, you know that when you strike a matchbox, obviously, you know that, the kattu okke cheyum. Ano? Yes? Yes. So my question is, avade oru friction nadakkunnadondana heat to produce cheyyunnadum okke nadakka. Nammal padichittunde. Yes. Yeah, okay. So that is good or not? That is it beneficial or non-beneficial? That is the question. Matchstick ഇങ്ങനെ സൈഡ് വെച്ച് ഇങ്ങനെ സ്ട്രൈക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ട് കത്തണ്ടേ ആണോ? അത് നല്ല കാര്യമാണോ മോശം കാര്യമാണോ? ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഗുഡ്. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ബെനിഫിഷ്യൽ. യെസ് ഓർ നോ? യെസ്, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് റൈറ്റ്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് റൈറ്റ്. യെസ്. സോ അതിനെ നമ്മൾ ആ ടേബിളിലോട്ട് ഇടുക. യു നീഡ് ടു ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഇറ്റ്. യെസ്. സോ സ്ട്രൈക്കിംഗ് എ മാച്ച് സ്റ്റിക്ക് ഓൺ ദ സൈഡ് ഓഫ് എ മാച്ച് ബോക്സ്. സോ അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ കംസ് ദി നെക്സ്റ്റ് okay situation where wear and tear of machines. Wear and tear of machines. Okay, is it good? Is it good? Okay, you need your machines to be perfect for years. പക്ഷേ അത് wear and tear ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ you know that machines are working continuously. Obviously അവിടെ friction ഉണ്ടാവും. Okay, so അങ്ങനെയാണ് അത് wear and tear ആയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ is it good or not? Is it good or not? No guys, no, it is non-beneficial. നല്ല കാര്യമല്ല. Yes, Shivon, that is right. So we can actually group it here. Wear and tear of machines. That is the answer. Yes, that is the answer. Yes, fine. Now the third one, the third situation, ability to hold objects. Okay, I have a pen with me now. Okay, I am able to hold these objects. Obviously, you know that my hand and my pen is there, so there is friction there. അവിടെ friction ഉണ്ട്. So is it beneficial or non-beneficial? If you want to drink some water, obviously you need to hold the glass of water. You are holding there. Obviously എന്തുണ്ട്? അവിടെ ഒരു friction ഉണ്ട്. ആണോ? Yes. So is it good or not? Is it good? It is good, right? Yes, it is beneficial. So you need to group it under that table. Yes, ability to hold object should be there in friction is beneficial. Yes, friction is beneficial. Yes. Now here comes the fourth situation, walking. Walking. Okay, when you are walking, your feet and the ground is in contact. So obviously there is friction there. അത് നല്ലതാണോ മോശമാണോ? Whether it is beneficial or non-beneficial. Okay, നടക്കണ്ടേ എല്ലാവർക്കും? Okay, you need to walk, you need to run. ആണോ? Yes, obviously you need to walk. So obviously there is friction there. So that friction is beneficial. Yes, that friction is beneficial. Okay, here comes the next situation, treading of tires of vehicles. Okay, you know that tires are there. Okay, you are treading it. Treading ചെയ്യുന്ന അതിന് കുറച്ച് grooves ഒക്കെ കൊടുത്ത് അങ്ങനെ treading ചെയ്യും. Yes. What is the reason for treading? Okay, you need to increase friction. അത് good ആണോ? Whether it is beneficial or non-beneficial? Yes. Yeah, it is beneficial. Okay, when you tread your tires, obviously you are increasing friction and that is good. കുറച്ചുകൂടി grip കിട്ടും. You are making it more rough. Okay, so it is beneficial. Yes. So here comes the next situation, wearing out of tires. Okay, so you have tires. That means, for example, you have cycle. You are cycling. So obviously, the cycle tires after years or after months, it will wear out. Obviously, there is friction there. Friction karanam wearing out to sambhavikam. Is it good or not? Is it good? Or whether it is beneficial or non-beneficial? No, guys. Okay, you are using tires and you need to use the tires for years. വർഷങ്ങളോളം ആ ടയർ തന്നെ ഉപയോഗിക്കണമെന്നായിരിക്കും നിങ്ങളുടെ ആഗ്രഹം. ബട്ട് ഇഫ് ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് വെയറിംഗ്, യു നീഡ് ടു റീപ്ലേസ് ഇറ്റ് വിത്ത് എ ന്യൂ വൺ. Okay, yes, so that is non-beneficial. Wearing out of tires are non-beneficial. Yes. Here comes the last question, last situation, fuel loss. Okay, so you know that when there is friction, fuel loss is there. Fuel loss നല്ല കാര്യമാണോ? അല്ല, നല്ല കാര്യമല്ല. So it is non-beneficial. Okay, so these are some of the situations and you need to know whether it is beneficial or non-beneficial. Okay, so we can say that friction is a evil for some time. കുറച്ച് നല്ല കാര്യമൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. Evil ആണ് ഫ്രണ്ടും ആണെന്ന് പറയാം. ആണോ? Okay, so friction is a friend and a foe. നല്ല കാര്യവുമാണ്. Evil ആണ് ഫ്രണ്ടും ആണ്. Okay, got it? Okay, so we can say that friction is undesirable sometimes and friction is good. Okay, adinte examples aanu kaanichekkunnu. Okay, fine. So now here comes the 11th question, how can we reduce friction? Okay, so we have seen that friction can be an evil sometimes. So how can we reduce friction? Okay, how can we reduce friction? How can we reduce friction? Yes, you can use streamlining. Yes, you can use streamlining. Okay, what do you mean by streamlining? Yes, you are actually giving shapes to the objects to reduce friction. Okay, you are giving a particular design to the objects in order to reduce friction. Friction korrekkan vendittu you are designing the object. So accordingly, okay, friction will be coming less. So that designing will be termed as streamlining. Okay, so we have seen that. Okay, yes. Now, how can we reduce friction? You can use lubricants to reduce friction. Okay, machines in edakkokke work cheyyuന്ന സമയത്ത് you add lubricants, oils, grease, powders ഒക്കെ use ചെയ്യാം. ആണോ? So what will be lubricants? Lubricants are something or objects or things which reduces friction. Okay, you can use oil, grease, powders and all. Okay, so when you play carom board, when you play carom, you actually sprinkle powder on the carom board. What is the reason? You need to reduce friction. Yes, you use oil. What is the use? You need to reduce friction. Yes, so you can use lubricants to reduce friction. Now, bearing. Okay, you can use ball bearings to reduce friction. നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട് bearings, ball bearings ഒക്കെ നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. So ball bearings എന്താ രണ്ട് സർഫേസിന്റെ ഇടയ്ക്ക് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? bearings add ചെയ്യും. ball bearings add ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് it will reduce friction there. Yes, fine. The second last one, polishing surfaces. You know that when there is smooth surface, you can reduce friction. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സർഫേസിനെ സ്മൂത്ത് ആക്കാൻ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം? You can polish the surface. Yes or no? Okay, so polishing surfaces can reduce friction by making it smooth. Okay, actually you are making that surface smooth. Smooth aaki kayinjal friction koreyum. Yes, so polishing surfaces. Yes or no? Yes. Now the last case can be wheels. Wheels or rollers can be used to reduce friction. Okay, you have a suitcase and on the lower part, if you actually fit it with a wheel or endha paraya rollers okke use cheyanengil, okay, for your cars you use wheels. For the suitcases or for luggage carriers, you use rollers. Okay, what is the reason for that? Okay, you studied that rolling friction ആണ് ഏറ്റവും കുറവ്. Okay, so you can reduce friction by rollers or wheels. Got it? Okay, so these are some of the methods to reduce friction. Okay, so I hope you got the concept to reduce friction. Okay, so what are the different methods to reduce friction? By streamlining, by using lubricants, by using ball bearings, by polishing surfaces, by using wheels or rollers. Got it? Yes, I hope you got the concept here. So here comes the last question. Explain why objects moving in fluids must have special shapes. Okay? Yes. So what is fluid? What is fluid? Fluid is something which flows. Flow ചെയ്യുന്ന ആൾക്കാരെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഫ്ലൂയിഡ്സ് എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്നത്. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ ഫ്ലൂയിഡ്സിൽ കൂടെ if an object is moving, obviously you know that there will be friction. അപ്പോൾ ഫ്രിക്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? ഒബ്ജക്റ്റിന് ഷേപ്പ് കൊടുക്കും. നമ്മൾ മുന്നേ പഠിച്ചു ആണോ? യൂസ് സ്ട്രീം ലൈനിങ് എന്നൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചല്ലേ? യെസ്. വാട്ട് ഇസ് ദ റീസൺ ഫോർ ഗിവിംഗ് ഷേപ്സ് ടു ഒബ്ജക്ട്സ്? വാട്ട് ഇസ് ദ റീസൺ ഫോർ സ്ട്രീം ലൈനിങ്? വാട്ട് ഇസ് ദ റീസൺ ഫോർ ഇറ്റ്? യെസ്, യു നീഡ് ടു റെഡ്യൂസ് ഫ്രിക്ഷൻ ആണോ? ഓക്കെ, സോ ഫ്ലൂയിഡ്സിന്റെ കേസിലാണെങ്കിൽ there will be fluid friction. Okay, there will be fluid friction. Look here, there is an object. It is moving in this direction. Okay, it is moving in this direction and obviously there is a friction there. Avade oru friction undavu aano? Yes, so the object is moving in this direction. Obviously there will be frictional force acting there. Nammal aa friction endu vilikam? Fluid friction ennu vilikam, because our object is in a fluid. Adu air lavam, water lavam, liquids lavam, gases lavam. Okay, you know that fluids are something which flows. Okay, yes, so you know that there will be fluid friction. alle namakku adine drag force ennu vilikam. Okay, so ee friction korrekkan vendiittana nammal endu cheyane aa object ine oru shape um okke kodukkunne. Okay, yes, that is the reason for streamlining. So it's very simple. So when a body moves through a fluid, it experiences an opposing force. What is that opposing force called? Frictional force. So ee friction endayirikkum? It is known as fluid friction or drag force. So by giving the objects a special shape or by using streamlining ആണല്ലോ ഷേപ്പ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത് അല്ലേ? യെസ്. സോ ബൈ യൂസിങ് streamlining, the force of friction is minimized. Friction കുറയ്ക്കും. So it is easier for the body to move through the fluid. ഫ്രണ്ടിലോട്ടൊക്കെ ഇച്ചിരി സ്പീഡിൽ പോകാൻ പറ്റും. Okay, yes, so when they are flying, they can actually fly faster. Okay, so if they are in a liquid, it can actually swim faster. Okay, or it can flow in the fluid faster. Okay, opposing ആയിട്ടുള്ള ആളുടെ ഒരു ഇത് കുറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് സ്പീഡിൽ പോകാൻ പറ്റും അല്ലേ? Yes, so in order to reduce friction, you are giving a shape or you're doing streamlining. Okay, yes. Now which all shapes can be given? എന്തൊക്കെ ഷേപ്പ് കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റും? യു നോ ദാറ്റ് ദർ ഇസ് ബേർഡ്സ് ഫ്ലൈയിങ് ഇൻ ദ എയർ, സ്കൈ കൂടെ ബേർഡ്സ് ആർ ഫ്ലൈയിങ്. ആ ഷേപ്പാണ് നമ്മൾ എയറോപ്ലെയിൻസിലൊക്കെ കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. Okay, we have actually inspired the shapes from the nature itself. Nature in തന്നെ നമ്മൾ ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഇൻസ്പിറേഷൻസ് എടുത്തിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഓരോ ഒബ്ജക്റ്റിന് ഷേപ്പ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. Okay, you know that aeroplanes ഒരു particular shape ഉണ്ട്. ആ ഷേപ്പ് എവിടുന്നാ കിട്ടിയേ? How did we know that? Oh, we can give shape for the aeroplane like this. Aeroplane shape നമുക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ കൊടുത്താലോ? ഇതൊക്കെ എങ്ങനെ വിചാരിക്കുന്നത്? We have inspired from birds and all. Same thing, വാട്ടറിൽ കൂടെ ഫിഷ് ഫ്ലോ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടാവും അല്ലേ? അതുപോലാണ് നമ്മൾ അവിടെ ഫിഷ് പോകുന്ന പോലെ ആയിരിക്കും, ആ ഒരു ഷേപ്പ് ആയിരിക്കും നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ലിക്വിഡ്സ് ഒക്കെ കൂടെ ഫ്ലോ ചെയ്യുന്ന ഷിപ്പിനും ഒക്കെ കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, ഷിപ്സിനൊക്കെ കൊടുത്തേക്കുന്ന ഷേപ്പ് എങ്ങനെയാണ്? ഷിപ്പിനെ നമുക്ക് സ്ക്വയർ പണിയായിരുന്നല്ലോ. ഓക്കെ, ഏതെങ്കിലും സ്ക്വയർ ഷേപ്ഡ് ships കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? No, obviously no. Okay, we've seen that it will be like a fish. What is the reason for that? Yes, you need to reduce this fluid friction. Okay, so these are some of the methods and why are streamlining done. Okay, so it's very important. So students, these are some of the questions which are important questions from this chapter. I hope you got the concept of friction, the causes of friction, the types of friction, how can we increase friction, how can we reduce friction, the causes and all. Okay, yes, so we have seen some of the examples where friction is a friend and evil. Okay, so it's very important. ഈ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് പഠിച്ചിട്ട് പോയാൽ വളരെ സിമ്പിൾ ആയിരിക്കും നിങ്ങളുടെ എക്സാംസും കാര്യങ്ങളും എല്ലാം. ഓക്കെ, യെസ്, ആൻഡ് ഇഫ് യു വോണ്ട് ടു ജോയിൻ ആർ daily classes, you can contact this number and stay tuned to this channel. More videos, more classes will be coming like this. Okay, yes, so thank you all, thank you everyone. Okay, we'll see you with another class. So bye bye.